guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about contouring, and I know there's a lot of videos on contouring, but I feel like they don't really talk about how certain lines can change the way that your face will look and your features will look. So we're going to be talking about not only enhancing our features but also changing our features. So for today's contour video, I'll be using the Fenty Beauty Matchstick Trio in medium. This is a cream contour, but you can use a powder contour if that's what you're more comfortable with. Cream contours are a little bit harder only because you'll have to really blend it out. With powder contours, you can afford to be a little bit more messy and it'll turn out fine. So if you're new to contouring, I highly recommend starting with a powder contour. So if you're using a cream contour like I am, make sure you use it after you finish your makeup, but before you set it with any translucent or setting powder. This is because cream on powder looks really bad and blotchy and cakey, and it just doesn't blend well. But if you use a powder contour, make sure you use it after setting your makeup, because powder on powder is okay. So I went ahead and drew a line down the middle of my face. On this side, we're going to be doing a short and wide look, and on this side, we're going to be doing a elongated and thin look. So that way you guys can see the difference between the two. So if you're just enhancing your features without changing anything, you can go ahead and start by feeling out your cheekbone, and starting back here where the ear is, just follow that cheekbone all the way down, and that will be your contour line. But if you're wanting to change your features, what you're gonna do is on the short and wide side, actually bring that line a little higher and more into the face. So my natural cheek line is actually down here, but I brought the line higher and more towards the center of the face, and that will round out my cheeks more, making my face actually look wider. Now on this side, because we're going for a long and elongated look, what you want to do is start back here like usual, but bring the line a little lower and not so much towards the center of the face. You're going to stop right on the outside corner of your eye. Already this side looks a little skinnier and this side looks a little rounder. Alright, so this line I brought it down a little more and not so far into the face. I stopped it right under the outside corner of my eye. So for the temples, if you want your face to be wider and shorter, you're going to want to start the shadow right here. So if your temples are usually here, you're going to lower it. So I drew a line there. And then for the elongated side, since you're wanting to thin out your face more, you're going to want to bring the shadow higher. My temple is around here, but I'm going to go ahead and bring the line higher. So as you can see, the shadow right here is going to be higher and this one's going to be lower. So if you like your forehead the way it is, you can go ahead and just leave it alone. You don't need to do any contouring. But if you're wanting to shorten it and widen it, you're going to want to go ahead and contour a lot to shrink the forehead. On this side, because we are elongating and thinning everything out, I'm going to go ahead and leave the forehead alone so you can see the difference. If you like your nose the way it is, you can go ahead and follow the line naturally. Since I want to widen my nose, I'm going to go ahead and take the line that I usually draw right here and move it farther away from the center of the face. Since I want the nose to be short, I'm going to go ahead and keep the line short as well. On this side, I want to elongate and thin. So to have that thinning effect, I'm going to go ahead and draw the line closer to the center of the face. So on this side, since we're trying to elongate the nose, I'm going to go ahead and draw a longer line. I'm going to start at my eyebrow actually and draw it all the way down past the little tip a little bit. So there you can see. And it doesn't need to be perfect because we're going to blend it out anyway. Now since this side is going to be the wide side, I'm going to leave my nostrils alone. But for this side, I'm going to go ahead and thin out my nostrils by drawing a shadow right here on the nostrils. Right there. For the tip of the nose, if you're wanting to shorten your nose, you can go ahead and do a shadow right underneath, right here. And that will shorten the nose as well. If you're wanting to shorten your face, you're going to go ahead and start right under the ear. And instead of following your natural jawline, you're going to bring the line up. For this side, I'm going to be bringing the line a little lower, or as low as I can, and draw in the line. Now you want to be careful with how you draw the line as well. If you round out the line too much, it'll give you a more rounded face. But if you give yourself a straight line, it'll be more of a chiseled look. Some optional things you can do is if you want a more protruding chin, you can go ahead and draw a line here. Just a small one. And if you want your nose button thing to be a little bit more prominent, you can go ahead and draw a line above it as well. So anywhere you have a shadow, you're going to want to have a highlight nearby. For the cheeks, I like to put a highlight right under my shadow just to give it more of a chiseled look and a cleaner look. If you're wanting to highlight your cheeks and widen them, you want to draw a triangle going towards the outside of the face. For the thin and elongated side, you want to keep it more just right under the eye. You don't want it to go too much into the side of the face. So for the forehead on this side, I'm going to keep it short. And next to the shadow, on this side, I'm going to go ahead and keep it long just to give it more of an elongated look. For the nose, you're going to highlight right next to the shadow line. Remember, you want to keep this side more towards the outside of the face and this side close to the center as possible. I also like to highlight this top part of my jaw just to give it a cleaner look too. And if you drew a chin line, you're going to want to highlight right underneath it. Perfect! And now we're going to blend everything. So I'm going to start on this side. When you blend, you're going to want to blend it back and up towards the ear. Okay, same thing, back and towards the ear. So for the temples, we're going to want to blend downwards and towards the outside of the face. So for the forehead, you're going to want to blend it towards the hairline. And on this side, I'm just going to leave it since we didn't put anything for that elongated look. So it's going to leave it alone. So for the nose, since it's a little trickier and harder to get in there, you're going to want to squeeze your brush or just use your finger because it's easier. You're going to want to blend it up and down and towards your cheeks. And then I'm going to blend out the nostril part as well. I'm going to blend it down towards the nostril itself. And for this tip, I'm going to blend it downwards. I'm going to use my finger. So for the jaw, you want to make sure you blend it down towards the neck and really blend it well to get rid of any harsh lines. For the chin, if you did draw a line there, you're just going to want to carefully blend it out away from the center of the face. So it's just kind of a small line. Same thing with the nose up here. So for the highlight on the cheeks, go ahead and blend it down and towards your hairline. For this side, you don't want to go towards the hairline, you're going to want to go up towards your eye. Let's do the forehead. Going to blend it up towards your hairline. You're going to blend the highlight higher on this side. My forehead looks ginormous. So for the nose, I'm going to go ahead and blend with my finger. And we're going to just blend it up and down. So we're just going to clean up that contour under the cheeks and clean up the contour right by the jawline. I went ahead and added blush just so you can see what it looks like with blush. As you can see, this side is much shorter and rounder. This side is a lot more elongated and thinned out. Alright guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.